Hi there, welcome to Colors. I'm Erica. On today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you things that I've done this week and some new fun things that I got. And then we're going to work a little bit in God Jul because that's been a book that I have needed to finish my pages in. I have 4 whips currently, so we're just going to work on some whips and see how it goes. Plus, it's Christmas in July, so that kind of works, right? So yeah, that is my plan for today. My tea is still very warm and I just want to curl around it and just sit and drink this. But I decided I'd come and hang out with you guys and drink this too. But yeah, but mostly hang out with you guys. So let me take a sip and I will be right back with you. All right, so new books. I got another little cozy one. So I think that makes 6 total that I've purchased. I will have to double check my planner, but I've been writing everything down. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be taking a break from buying stuff because I've been buying things a little bit, a little much lately. And yeah, so I've colored in a couple of these, but I've not colored in all of them. But this one's Cozy Escapes by Coloring Book Cafe, and I just thought this was adorable when I saw it. I just loved the travel aspect of it. It's so cute. And yeah, and I just like it a lot. So, but I have yet to color in it, but it's real cute. And I really liked the pages, well, the front cover for sure. And then the pages on the back, those ones are so cute. So yeah, hoping to get some work done on that soon. And then I got Cozy Spaces by Rita Prince. This is one of the Amazon printed books, but I didn't have it and I really wanted it. But I feel like the back part of this is really similar to her book. What is it? World in something in Nature. I don't know, but this is similar back here, but then you've got in the front here, you've got some characters. And this is the reason that I really bought the book, was for these characters. Because I think her characters are so cute, and I don't have enough of her illustrations. So I wanted to get some more, and I just think these are so neat, especially the ones with where they're sitting in front of the sea. Like these two, I think are so cool. Yeah, it would be really fun to play with lighting effects and things like that on this. But yeah, so I wanted to get more by her, so I got that one. And then I was out shopping with my kiddo, and I found this one, which I'm very excited about this. I love national parks. I'm not like hiker girl. Like I can't like take a backpack and go out and be in nature I can follow nicely paved trails. Well, nicely marked trails. They don't have to be paved, but nicely marked trails. National parks are my fave because, you know, they're so well maintained and currently, at least. But yeah, I love national parks. I love supporting the national parks, and anytime I have a chance to go to one, I go. So I was very happy to find this book. This is the same people that do like the Color Me capybara and all that stuff. But each page is a different national park. And I got this because I am obsessed with those like vintage national park posters. And I have several of the magnets and several of the postcards. I don't have any of the posters right now, but I do have some other art in my house that is similar to that. Like there's one that is something from Michigan that I because I love Michigan so much, but yeah, so I just like that style, and I'll put a couple examples up on screen so you guys can see, but you know, I'm very excited about the prospect of that, especially since I have the supplies to do it now. Like I have the paints that I could come in here and do that, and I think it's going to be really fun projects to do. So yeah, I love it. Really, really liked this page. I feel like this one will be fun to do maybe well, I probably wouldn't do it, but it would look neat in sepia tones. Gosh, I couldn't find my word. In sepia tones. I think that would be really fun to just do like a base layer of like sepia and then have a few places where it's a little bit shadowed. And then have just all this color back here. But yeah, I'm very excited about this book. I really want to start working on that soon. I have started a, did I start it or did I just think about starting it? I can't remember. Well, I wanted to start a whole Pinterest board with just like these national park, like vintage kind of looking posters and art. So I can get some ideas from that for these. But yeah, it's a really cool book. So yeah, and if you are interested, there is the ISBN number, but I didn't look to see if this one was available on Amazon. I'm assuming it is, since it was available in a store, but yeah, love it. And then I got this. So this is the Hemi Gouache set. I'm going to pop these open. And I have not opened it yet, but this is how it comes. And then each little container here has 2 different colors. So this is the pinks. Now, unfortunately, the colors are not written on the plastic anywhere. So once I take the lid off, that's going to be done, which I don't love that very much, but I can, you know, as long as I keep them in the same order, I can swatch them out in that order. But yeah, very excited to play with this. I don't have a lot of painting supplies. So I really, like, I had some gouache in like tubes that I've used over the years, and those have been fine, which I actually used them this week. And that kind of prompted me to go out and get these because it's just, I just really want to play with this. But it's just a cute thing too. And I could have gotten a smaller set. I could have gotten like the 24 or the 48 colors, but I wanted the 72 and it wasn't that much more. So yeah, I got this. I am going to have to find some YouTube videos to watch about this though. Like, I know several of the colorists in the community use this gouache, but I want to find some like artists out there too. So if you know any YouTube channels that are out there that use gouache a lot, let me know in the comments below. I would love to check them out and get some tips. All right, so yeah, that's all I got this week. Well, I also got like some dresses for myself because I have to go to a wedding reception here soon. And what else did I get? Some jeans. Yeah, some jeans. I found a pair of jeans. So I am very curvy. I have very, I'll just say I'm curvy. Anyway, it's hard to find jeans because my waist is smaller and my hips are not. So I found a brand called Judy Blue that I just adore. And they have a couple of pairs of wide leg pants. And I love them so much. I would live in them if I could. They're just so comfortable. And so, yeah, so I bought another pair of those so that I could. And I've been trying some other wide leg jeans here and there just because I feel those are the pants that I feel most comfortable in. And I'm happy that they're kind of in style now. So I've tried like Levi's, I've tried Lee, I've tried, you know, there's another brand that I tried. None of them have fit as well because I always have that huge gap around my waist and it's so frustrating. But these Judy Blue jeans are just fantastic. They've been wonderful and I love them. So yeah, if you are shaped similarly, Judy Blue, check them out. Okay, so I started this. So this is a little illustration that I was planning on doing for my cousin / niece who is getting married. I wanted to get it done for her wedding shower, but I didn't. So I'm going to get it done for their reception and put that in like a little present or something. But I thought that was really cute. And then I'm going to write their last names on there too. But I thought it was cute. So I'll do some shading and stuff on that, but that's all I've gotten done so far. Come in and finish the rest of the line work, but I think it's cute. They're very spooky people too. They like all that spooky stuff. So I thought it was adorable. They had asked for like, travel money for their travel funds for their wedding. That's all they really needed because they've already lived together for a couple years. So that was like the gift for everything. And then I just wanted to give them something, you know, so something cute. And so I just decided to draw that. But yeah, so I worked on this one. Did I work on this last week? I can't remember. But I did a little bit more on this bee. So I've got the bee colored. I have to do his wings, add in a little bit. I'm going to add in some, probably some paint markers just to emphasize some of the hair a little bit more. And then I have to color the flowers too. So I still don't know. I feel like I want to do something else in the background. I just don't know what. I am having a real hard time with that. But yeah. And so this was done. This background was done with tempera paints, and it's very slick. So it's like it's very plasticky feeling once you get it down. But it still was able to go over top of it with paint markers. And this here is Distress ink. So you just have to, you can put it on there, but you just have to be careful and let it dry. But yeah, I had fun doing that. So yeah, I just have to finish the wings and the flowers, and then that one will be done. Very excited about that. I finally started this color along. I have not started my other color along, but that is my plan for this weekend because I don't have plans this weekend. So my plan is to finish this color along, finish the other color along, and have those both out to you next week. And I will give you a little peek. So that's what I've gotten done so far on this one, and I'm very excited. I love this book. I'm having fun already. So yes, Lulu's House of Wonder. And for those of you who didn't know, I am doing that as a full book color along. I probably should put that picture out there. I'll make a post about that I'm coloring that page specifically. So if you want to color along with me, you can, or you can color your own page. But I have a hashtag that I'm going to use, and I'll put that on screen too. So yeah, so that's that. And then I've also done some work in Magical Worlds. So I finished this one that I had started with you guys. I think I started it with you guys last week. I did a lot of Inktense work in the background on this, and I used a ton of water, and it is very buckly. I'm sure over time it'll flatten out, but it's what it is. And then I've started this side too. I finally did my, I did the masking fluid all over the page, and then did Distress ink in the background, and and then some silver splatters back there too. So yeah, I'm excited about that. But this one, let me talk to you a little bit about this. So I used the Inktense in the background, and I used a ton of water, and it did bleed through, unfortunately. So you do have to be careful with the amount of water that you're using. But I feel like this would be a fun page to try to save, quote unquote save. So I will be working with that and trying to figure out how to do that, how to cover that up. Maybe I'll make it a video too, just so you guys can be like, hey, you know, how do you approach saving a page? But then I've also used on here some water-based markers. I did a base layer on all of this, the greenery, the flowers, the island. And then I used some watercolors as well to color in, to base a lot of the things. So I based the house and the shrubs and stuff up here, all with watercolor, and some of the leaves. And then I used gouache for the clouds. But I really like the way that it turned out. I'm very pleased with this one. And I used Pablo pencils on top of my markers, and they just worked so well. So yeah, that's what I've gotten. And this is a buddy color, and I just sent it to my buddy, so hopefully I'll be able to post that on Instagram soon. But yeah, very happy with that. And I've not done a whole lot of other work this week because I've been reading again. Okay, so let's see what I've done in God Jul. I'm also going to be using my Albrecht Dürer today. I'm going to use them as to shade, actually, and to, you know, if I have to add any more watercolory bits in there, I'll show you how I do that too. So let me show you the whips that I have. So I have this one, which was my June page. I have this one, which is my July page. I have this one, which is the May page, which this one is the most done. And then I have this one back here. So yeah, I'm not sure which of those I'm going to do, but let me me take another sip of tea and then we'll get started on that. Okay, so we're just gonna start with the cats. So I've got just a little bit of a base layer of Albrechters on there. I'm gonna add a little bit more to this one. And I'm using this as a reference for the cats. So I can get some color placement in here so I know kind of where I'm wanting my color. Okay, this is harder to do than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was just going to be able to just come on here and do this, and this is not, that's not working the same that I thought, the way I thought it would. But yeah, hi everybody. I hope that you are having a wonderful weekend. It is Friday morning for me. I have D&D again this evening, so making sure to get on here and get this recorded for you guys so that I can have it out there in time, so you're not like, it's not like Sunday evening and you're like, where's my where's my Erica video? Okay, I have no idea if I've just made a hot mess or if that's gonna actually work, so let's try it out. Yeah, most of these kitty cats also have white chests, so this is it's kind of difficult to do that when you just to have that shading. This is why I don't do fur very often, especially with water mediums. Like, I've seen people do like realistic looking portraits and stuff with water mediums. I'm like, how do you get it so detailed? Like, it's just, it doesn't work that way for me. Water brush isn't working very well for me right now either. So yeah, I didn't get a lot done this week. I did release a video. So my Rita Berman ranked videos is out there, and that's pretty much, and that had been previously recorded. I am trying to go through my collection and figure out what else I want to put out there. I feel like yeah, I'm just not sure which ones I want to do. Yeah, I think I just made a mess of that one, but at least there's some variation in the colors. I did not activate this ear. All right, I'm not going to do the cats, but I will kind of show you how I will go about shading the presents down here. All right, I am going to add some color to this bow really quick, and then we'll get started. So I forgot what I was talking about because I got sidetracked by color choices. I told you about the videos I got out this week. Oh, other videos, other artists. I was thinking Selena Fennick. I had a request for Hannah Lynn. I was thinking Yana Prosperina. And Josh Lee. Let me know if you guys have any, preferences out of those groups. I do have Kirby coming next week. Kirby Rosanis is coming next week. And then I think I have a Camellia Angel Cova one recorded. So yeah, I do have a few in the works, but I'm just trying to see if there's any other artists out there that people would like to kind of see that format done for. I used to really like these Derwent push button ones, but this one is giving me so much trouble right now, and I'm getting really, really frustrated with it. It's like the water does not want to flow currently, and I don't know what's happening to it, but it's real frustrating. So yeah, so like I said earlier, I did not do a whole lot of work. I'm gonna put this away before I get really angry. Let's try this one. So I was reading quite a bit again this week. I think, if I remember correctly, since I've talked to you guys last, I think I read 6 books and started 2 others that I didn't finish because they were awful. But yeah, 6 books in a week. That seems excessive, I think. But I've also done other stuff. Like I went out and my youngest and I had a nice lunch, breakfast and like afternoon with some friends that we like to see. We had, I try to remember what else I did now. I can't remember. I feel like I did other stuff. Like I did a bunch of stuff around the house. I was cleaning. I watched, well, I mean, this isn't like life changing or anything, but my oldest and I watched the newest episode of the Dimension 20 show that we're watching. But yeah, I've been trying to figure out where all my time went. I was like, oh yeah, it's mostly in books, but I still don't feel like I was reading that much, but I read 6 books. So it had to have been a good amount for sure. So authors that I read this past week. So one of them is T. Harlow, and it's really, those are the ones that are like, they're like fairy tale retellings kind of, except, you know, she's changed a lot of the stuff in the book and, you know, to match her own world and stuff. And I really like the world that they've created. Like it's really neat. And then I also read Lee Miller books, which I believe it's Lee Miller. Those ones are kind of based, those are ones are like, they're like office romance books, but with monsters thrown in. So, I mean, it's almost exactly the same kind of thing you would get if you were reading just like an office romance. But instead there's like an orc, you know, that is in accounting and, and a dragon who's the chairman or whatever. So yeah, it was a good week in reading for sure. I enjoyed all of the books that I read. Well, except for those 2 that I didn't finish. Which it's a high possibility for that to happen when, I don't like the way this is looking, when you read the stuff on the Kindle Unlimited. Yeah, there's every chance that will happen. Okay, I was planning to stay pastel, but I don't think this is going to stay pastel over here, is it? I don't think so. We have D&D again tonight, which I am excited about. I like this campaign. So yeah, excited about that. And then next weekend, I will be off doing some stuff. So I probably will not, unless I pre-record it like way early, I probably won't be on here because we've got lots of stuff going on. And I'm going to kind of take a little bit of a break so I can kind of focus on family stuff and all of the events that we have coming up. So yeah, I will be on break next week, but then I will be right back to regularly scheduled programming after that. Maybe I can stick to that top part being very light still. That's what I'll do. I have enjoyed the work I've been doing lately. For a while there, it was not enjoyable. I was getting frustrated with things not turning out right, and I don't know if that's why I kind of stopped coloring and started reading so much, but you know, I mean, I feel like we all kind of do this. We all kind of go in cycles, you know, like you are more drawn to one thing for a while than than you are another. And that's totally fine. It's not like you're, it's completely gone or anything. Yeah, that's not at all what I wanted to happen on this little thing here, but that's definitely what happened. Okay, so let me grab a couple purples and we'll color in that. I don't usually do a whole lot for Christmas in July. Every once in a while I'll do a page here and there, but I felt kind of like this book it needs a whole year. Like, this book is so cool, which is why I decided to, kind of focus on it throughout the year. But, having said that, I just got through the first 3 months and then I kind of dropped the ball a little bit, which is why I'm coloring an Easter basket in the middle of July. But yeah, I love this book. Let's see what else is going on. So I do have another new book coming. So August 5th here in the US is when the Hidden Seasons comes out by Rita Berman. And that is the reprint of, I believe, now I haven't seen a flip through or anything of it yet, but I believe that's the reprint of the Seasons compilation book that she had out previously. So when that comes, I will kind of do a flip of that and let you guys know how it is. I'm assuming it's going to be just as nice as the Hidden Lands and Hidden Ocean. Hidden Ocean, Hidden Land. Wait, is it? I don't remember which one's plural. Yeah, I don't have too much else going on in the world right now for me. I mean, everything else in the world has gone crazy still, but I am so sad that Stephen Colbert his show is getting canceled, which was just, it's just weird because it's like an institution now in this country that show is on TV. If they didn't want him as a host anymore, like, I get it, but kind of frustrated with that whole thing, because he's probably the best late night host, in my opinion. I really, really love him. And yeah, I'll be sad to see him go. But I think this next year is going to be really fun to watch him, or 6 months or whatever it is that he's still on air. It's going to be real fun seeing what he says, seeing what he does. Yeah, but definitely not looking forward to him not being around. Like, I watched The Daily Show, and then I would just laugh hysterically anytime he did his, Colbert impersonation or whatever it was, his character. And then when he did the Colbert Report, that was, I mean, it's just funny. And the funniest part was that people actually believed that was who he was, like that he was this crazy, I don't know. But I love him to pieces, and would love for him to be, I don't know. I hope he does something else in media so that we can still see him, because he's just a delight. All right. I don't like this. I don't like it at all, which is really upsetting. I really wanted to just keep everything like pastel and light, and I have not done that here. But I'm going to finish this little package, and then we're going to move on to something else. And then hopefully this page does not turn into like a forever whip, because I'm frustrated by it. I'll fix it. I always do this. I always look at a page and go, oh my gosh, I've ruined it, and it's awful and terrible. And then I keep messing with it until it's fixed. Might take me a little while, but I usually have a good amount of those kind of pages around, you know, where I was just like, I don't know what to do with it. And then finally something clicks and I'm able to do it. Now, you know, it might be years down the road, but there's a couple of Kirby pages that took me years to finish. And I still have some whips that I'm not saying, you know, I'm not going to abandon them. They're still whips. I have no motivation to color them currently. So yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this, but it is what it is. All right, friends, that was not pleasant for me at all, but I have a present almost done. Let me get a little bit of sparkly bits on here. I think this is a good, yeah, that'll work. I'm going to do these little stars in purple. That way, at least it makes sense why there's a purple bow in a green package. I don't know what I was thinking picking those colors, but it is what it is. Okay, present is done. Ugh. All right. I mean, I don't know. I just don't like it. I wonder if I had a little bit of this in a couple of places, if it'll... No. No, that was a bad idea too. Okay, so next page, we've got this one. This one is... Yeah, let me color a couple of leaves on this, just so I can say that I did something. All right, what colors do I need? Still undecided on what I want to do with these flowers here too. I feel like I still want them to be white, but I don't know. So we watched a show called Poker Face on Peacock. And if you guys haven't seen it, it is really good. It's like I wanted to say it's like a murder mystery, but it's not really, because you see the murder and you see who does it. So it's just really interesting. So it's about this girl, or woman, she's not a girl. It's about this woman who she can tell if people are lying. And then each episode, it's like a whole different kind of, it's like each episode is its own movie almost. The feel of it's different. The like intro and like the credits and everything are different. Like the one we watched last night was themed around race cars and stock car racing. And so there was like this whole cool like 70s retro racing movie kind of vibe that happened when the credits came on. I was like, oh, this is awesome. But basically the guest star, whoever's the guest star, there's several guest stars usually, but one of the guest stars kills somebody. And then, and you see it happen, and then you see him get away with it, right? You see him get away with whatever it is that they've done. And then Charlie, who's the girl, she shows up, and you find out how she's connected to the story, and then she, you know, how she ends up solving the case or whatever it is. She's on the run from somebody else. She's not really there to solve, you know, murders and everything, but it just kind of happens. But it's just a good show. It's real good. So if you guys haven't checked that out, it's worth a watch. And I like it too, because my my oldest and my husband and I will actually sit down and watch a show together, which doesn't happen very often. My husband and I will watch, you know, shows together and stuff. Right now we're rewatching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which again is one of the funniest shows on the face of the planet. So hysterical. But we do that. We'll go back through and like rewatch old shows. It's more of a comfort kind of, you know, feeling. We were for a while there. We were watching as a family the Ugliest House in America shows, and those were really good too. And it just we all really have our opinions about things, and it's nice to just sit there and I don't know, laugh at stuff together. All right, a couple more leaves, and then I'll see what I can do on these other pages real quick. I don't want to keep you all day. Oh wait, that's not supposed to be dark over there. That's okay. This is one of the reasons I like using water-based markers, because I can then come in with my white Prismacolor and just get that highlight to pop. And creating that contrast it's just kind of key to making the page look pretty cool. I'm not sure what I want to do in the background of this though. This kind of feels not finished. It feels like something's off, and I don't know what exactly needs to happen, but I don't know. I'm sure I'll come in with white dots because we all know how I feel about Posca and the magic of the white dots. So yeah, I'm not sure what else to do in the background though. Like I had all those colors kind of in there just randomly. There's no really rhyme or reason to it. Just kind of put them in. Okay, so there's a couple leaves done. This one is frustrating me because I know that it's just going to be repetitive stuff all the way around the outside, and I don't want to do it, but I know that I need to just get it done. So yeah. All right, let's see what we've got for July here. So this is what I've got so far. Maybe I could work on drawing in the floor and adding a little bit more into the background. Let's do that. So we need 145. Okay, so I want to do like a little wood floor, but you don't want to just draw it straight. You want to have it come out a little bit. So I need a little bit of a perspective kind of thing. All right, let me see if I'm doing this correctly. Then I can come over here and figure out how wide I want that plank to be. There we go. Okay, so basically all I did, you saw me I put a little sticky tape in the middle and then use that dot as my perspective line guide. And that way I was able to kind of get these little lines in here. And then I can just kind of darken up the lines. And I don't care that they're not equal either. That's not what I'm not worried about that at all. Now I can just come in and kind of shade. And then add in a little bit of wood grain if I want to. Let's see, what other color do I want in this? Use a little bit of this turquoisey color too. And I'm going to use this one to kind of draw in some wood grain lines. All right, so there we go. I don't know if you guys can even see that, but there I've got a little bit of like a blue wood grain going on there. I think I'm going to do that across the floor. And then in the background, I'm going to add a little bit more of that pinky red peachy color. So this is like my color palette here. I know that that one is the one, but I think I want to add just a little bit more in these darker pink reddish colors maybe. What's this one? And let's try a little bit of this too. So now here's, I'm gonna play a little bit. So I'm just gonna pick up some color. I'm gonna start with this one. Just pat it in and see how it goes. This is one of my favorite ways to add my water mediums, is to just pounce it in. But with this darker color, I don't want to go crazy with it. I just want to have it in a few spots. And then I can use the other lighter colors to add more definition and things, especially since this is supposed to be a lighter pink from the palette. I don't know if you guys can tell either, like the background is pretty streaky because I just went in with one layer and, all right, I do like that. Now, like this red will definitely be a darker red. Let me try it with these lighter colors now. Yeah, so now I'm just coming in with that lightest color that I've already got on the background and just pouncing that in, and that'll I really like mice, but I don't like their tails. Like I don't, especially like rats and stuff, when she draws rats and I have to color rat tails, that just creeps me right out. Don't like it. I don't know what color to make my mice either here. Like I don't know if I want them to be, oh, I like the way that that looks. I don't know if I want them to be white or gray or brown. Let me know what you guys think. Should I have white mice? I feel like that would be kind of, it would fit the mood more. I don't know why white mice feel like Christmas more, but there we have it. That's my 2 cents. All right, I think this is good. I like the way that that turned out. Okay, I like that. All right, so that background will be good too. Done with that. Let's see what else we got. Last page, and then I will let you guys go. I do like the way that, okay, I like that. That's gonna be cute. And again, there's the color palette just so you can have an idea of where I'm going with that. Okay, this one, I have lost my color palette for this one somewhere, and I don't know what I did with it, and it had my colors written down on it, so that's real upsetting. I need to do, I need to make some decisions. I think the bells here, this center pole and these bells are all going to be gold. Silver? I can't make a decision for this page for some reason. It's real hard. I don't know what it is. Like, and I don't know if I want like these candy cane things to be like gold and white. I feel like if I do gold and silver, I'm going to need a different gold because my gold and silver look wonky together, to me at least. Well, let's color some flowers. Now I know these ones down here are supposed to be more, my palette is more of like a peachy pink, pinky pink. That doesn't make sense. A peachy pink. So I'm going to try to get these flowers down here to turn into a peachy pink. So I'm going to use this Pompeian red. See how that goes. And then blend it out with this one. I do need a darker color too for some shadows. All right, that looks a little bit more, I think that's good. We'll do that for the flowers, and then the leaves. Try this combo and see how this does. Definitely not a like natural green color, but that's okay. I do like that. Okay. This helps me then, because then I can, you know, I know that what colors I need to pull out for what things, and I'll write all these colors down so that I can have the notes. Hopefully I won't lose the paper again. I have no idea where that color palette went. So I picked out color palettes for most of the pages. Well, up through August. I have August pulled, but I don't have anything after that yet, but I don't need it. I gotta catch up with these other ones first before I decide I wanna plan out future pages. All right. That looks cute. And then a little, I think I'm going to do gold. So just use some little gold. Yeah, that looks cute. I do like that. I'm going to go ahead and color this pole in gold. I know you can use silver and gold in Christmassy colors, but for some reason gold always feels more Christmassy to me. Silver feels like winter, but gold always feels like Christmas. I love these pens. These Sparkle Pop gold and silver pens are my favorite. I wish all of the colors in the Sparkle Pop were just like this and just not like the dual color ones. Okay, what else on this do I want to color in gold while I have it out? Let's do this bit here. We'll do all of this in gold. Yeah, I like that. Okay, cool. Now I don't know about the bells though. I don't think the bells will be, the bells might be white instead of gold because I don't feel like the gold is going to be the right choice for that. And then this little section up here, I almost want it to be like marquee light kind of. All right, I'm just going to finish this little bit and then we will be done for today. At least I got a little bit of work done on a couple of my whips. I was really, I watched Kira from A Pictured Purpose recently did her, she did like an 8-hour coloring marathon where she basically just set aside 2-hour chunks where she would work on whips that she had. And I was like, I probably need to do that. I think that's a really good idea for somebody who is struggling to get their whips done. But I don't have 2 hours today, but I at least got this little chunk done. So I've worked on 4 different pages. I'm happy with the progress I'm making on all of them. Yeah, I think, yeah, those ones are fine. This one, it is what it is, I guess, right? I don't know what I'm going to do with that one, but I think this one's probably going to be my favorite. And then this one maybe a close second. I have brown paper packages and then they're tied up with the red string, which I thought was really cute. But yeah, I'm excited to work on that some more. All right, so yeah, that's it for me today. Thank you guys for hanging out and helping me get some more work done on these whips. Fingers crossed that I get them done before the end of the month. But yeah, that's my plan. So I am, like I said, this weekend I will get those color alongs done and out to you all. And then, yeah, and then I just have a few days of coloring and then it's the end of the month. All right, so that's it for me. Thank you guys for joining me and I will see you next time. Bye.